Here is a demo of our mobile app for patients called ExactCure, which you can find on the stores. On the home screen, as a patient, I can see what we call my digital twin. I can see the action of my medications on my organism. And more precisely, this clock represents time. We can see here my intake of paracetamol. So I took it at 9 a.m. this morning, and the effect started at 9:26 and lasted until 3:47 p.m. The green band around the clock reflects the intensity of the drug's action. So the greener the band is, the better the action on my body. On this home screen, I can also see my diary at the bottom. So here we can see that at 9 a.m. I took a paracetamol, but we can also see that I have another intake scheduled at 7 p.m. tonight, for which I will receive a pill reminder. And now we're going to imagine a scenario, which is a bit more pessimistic. So even with my paracetamol intake, I still feel pain. So my joint pain hasn't died down, and I'm going to say how I feel on my app. So I evaluate my pain and my discomfort at a 4 out of 10. And I'm going to write down in this free text box space that I have strong joint pain. So I'm going to validate it, and this information will be shared with my healthcare professional. And now what I'm going to do is take another painkiller, which is maybe a little stronger. And my doctor actually suggested that I take Voltaren, so an anti-inflammatory drug, when my pain doesn't dissipate. So I'm going to take one now and see if it's adapted. And before I actually run the simulation, I can see alerts for drug-drug interactions. And in this case, I don't have any, so which means that I'm all good with taking this Voltaren. And now I can see the simulation. So the band is green, which means that there's no issue if I take this medication, and will have an effect at until 12:30. But now I'm going to see what happens if I take 2, just for the benefit of the doubt. And here again, the clock is still green, but the effect will last a little longer, so until 2:20 a.m. And now, just for the sake of the demo, I'm going to see what happens if I take 3 Voltaren 50 milligram. And here I can see that it's too much for me, so the band turns orange and even red, which means that I risk an overexposure to the drug at around 7 p.m. tonight. And in this case, I risk hurting my health and experiencing adverse effects. So I'm going to take 2 because I saw that that was better for me. And this time I'm going to run the simulation and save it. And so everything that I've done is now listed at the diary at the bottom. So I can also see that I will have at 7 p.m. a reminder for my pill intake, and everything that the patient does on this mobile app is mirrored to the web interface for healthcare professionals, and you can now follow our web interface demo to see it in action.